back then it was a lot of money.
And you kind of got back together with everybody. Near Dark was practically a reunion. What was that like? I mean, just getting the band back together, so to speak.
The reason they did it was because it was a family of vampires. They were like a nocturnal nomad family.
Right.
And they thought it was just right to pull up the three of us out of there. It was a good idea too.
A lot of chemistry.
We were all, man. My favorite thing was seeing Aliens in New York. Watching two Latino guys saying, at the end of the movie, they were going, let's stay here, man, I want to see what Vasquez chick was. And the guy goes, yeah, man. And it comes up with this Jeanette Goldstein. And the guy goes, what? What? It was funny, but Jeanette was great, man. She pumped iron for months to get ready for it. It was good stuff.
Okay.
I like all the crazy shit about movies.
What was the craziest thing? Just
That
tell a
summer.
story.
That summer.
Yeah, tell us a story.
You want me to tell more stuff?
How about, do you have any stories about Pumpkinhead?
Oh, yeah. I had already done Near Dark, and I had bought a shotgun down in a little town called Coolidge, Arizona. It was a World War I trench shotgun.
Okay.
And I got it for really cheap because the stock was busted off. It was just the shotgun stuff. And I got it rebuilt, used that in Pumpkinhead.
That was your own purse?
My shotgun. I use all my own guns.
You're a gun club.
Yeah.
My future father-in-law, and you would have much to talk about.
Yeah, I love guns. I love guns because of the theatrical nature of it. I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
Well, that also lets you know, you're familiar with your equipment when you go on set.
Absolutely.
And okay, I know this is unloaded. I don't bring it loaded. I know it's unloaded.
Well, you always turn it over to the armor. You don't even keep it. I would never. I was on a set once where a guy had his own gun on him in a holster and all that with live rounds in it. And we told him, you either get that to the armor or leave the set. You don't want an accident.
No, you don't want to bring
scary.
a lady not to bring up bad people.
No, it's bad karma. So you turn it over. But at least I've worked with guns so much that every armor I've ever worked with knows how well I work with guns. So I like them for the dramatic effect.
Yeah. You have some with history, and it's not just something bought off the rack.
Yeah.
It worked.
When I shot, when I did Gunfighter's Moon, where I had the lead announcement of Gunfighter, I had a trainer who went out and shot 4,000 real rounds a day to get used to hitting a target. And what he would do is take two or three rounds out and mix them up in there and not show me to get me into the habit of not
anticipating
it.
Yeah.
So it was great, man. By the time I shot the movie, I was putting the smoke rings right on people's chests. So it's good.
Talk to us a little bit about Millennium. Millennium was in the early 90s, if I remember correctly. Late 80s, early 90s area?
Sort of late 90s.
Late 90s.
It was approaching the millennium.
Exactly, yeah, right up to the bitter end.
But, I mean, that show, tell us a little bit about it for people who aren't familiar with it.
Oh, God, that would be hard, man.
Yeah, because that show just kind of...
I was playing a sort of semi-retired FBI profiler. They had it in the show that I was sort of psychic. It wasn't. Chris Carter and I never thought he was psychic. He was more like a chess player that could take fragmented concepts, issues, and string them together into a likely scenario.
So situational awareness, gut instinct, and
found patterns.
Yeah.
But it was never psychic. I mean, the writers, when they had to write and get their narrative going, when they got into a pitch, they would have me touch a doorknob and see what had happened in there, which is, I never liked that. Anyway, who can cry over spilled milk?
Exactly.
You can, but it's a waste of time.
Okay. Going back to Aliens and related Aliens, you came back to play Bishop again for a small scene in Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Which was actually, to me, kind of a really difficult scene, I would see, for you, because you're having to play a character who's pretty much given up on its existence and asking to be shut off again. at the end of the scene.
Oh yeah, dying.
Yeah.
Dying. Yeah. I like that.
I mean, it was very moving, but it was. I could see where trying to play that kind of.
You know what that whole show is like nihilistic. At the end of that movie, she leans back and falls into a vat of molten lead. You know, and then she makes love to the. Early in the movie, she makes love to a guy who killed hundreds of people with bad drugs. You know, so the whole movie was this dark, nihilistic kind of. I felt that all of her mystique when she slept with that British guy was gone. When I saw the movie, I went, oh man, why did they do that? But she had a kind of mystique about it, ripping. And when she did that, it was like, I see where this movie's going. This is going to hell. You know. So,
what have you been up to recently, though?
Oh, mostly working with like first-time directors, independent films. It's not because I can't get big movies. It's not many big movies are being made right now. And so I actually like the adventure. It's a really interesting one.
Anything coming out soon that we can expect to
Yeah.
look forward to?
Yeah, that's very interesting. It's one called Good Day for It, which is a gangster movie. It's a gangster movie. And another one called Wilderness that was shot down in Austin for about a month. Penitent Man, which is a guy who comes back in time to meet himself, to tell him not to do what I did. Of course,
That never works out well.
Doesn't listen.
So if we wanted to track you down, man, do you have a website or Twitter?
No, there are websites that are out there that I didn't do. Lance Henriksen Magic or Back to Frank Black, that kind of stuff. I mean,
Nothing official, nothing.
No. It's too much work.
I understand.
You know what you guys have to do. It's too much work.
I honestly wonder. I mean, a lot of the famous people have somebody do that for them, but just knowing what's involved, it can get tough to keep a web presence.
The odd thing is, like somebody, I have a natural golf swing, and when I played golf once, the guy said, "Oh man, you got to play golf," and I said, "No, I don't think so," because I'm watching all these people obsessed with golf. It would eat up so much of my time. I only have so many days.
You have more things to do.
Yeah, when I'm not working, I make pottery. I make platters as big as a stand. You know, it's an obsession. But I mean, I'd rather be doing that than doing a website.
Yeah.
Or playing golf.
Some guy to do something for you someday. You there, make a website.
Yeah, make a website. No.
Oh, you got to do the dismissive.
Can't live like that. No, I can't live like that.
Are there any parts that you'd like to go back and revisit another time? Take that character a little bit further. I mean, we know you revisited Bishop twice.
Yeah, Bill Paxton and I have been forever talking. As soon as we finished Near Dark, the day we finished it, we said we ought to start shooting a prequel right now. How we got together. And we've been obsessed on that. Even to the point where we heard that somebody was going to do a remake of Near Dark. And we said, we got to go talk to these guys. So we tried to contact them. And what we wanted to tell them was what we had gone through to make that movie. So if they're going to make it, at least they'll have some advice from us. Not that we wanted to be in it, we just, I find that what we do is we're all connected in a lot of ways. Like look what we were doing. That it's good to share ideas. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, man.
Probably going to see if we can catch a few other people, but we really appreciate it.
Betcha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was an honor to meet you.
So many great movies.
Thank you, buddy.
It's because of you that we can do shows like this.
Good deal. Yeah, we're all connected.